loss here, a tough outcome based on how the team played again tonight?
Yeah, I think there's parts of our game that we like, and a few parts we didn't like. Obviously, gave them a couple chances there early on, a couple of their best players, but I thought in the third period we made a good pushback. Their goalie played pretty solid, give him credit, but not a bad game.
To go down, losing Shane early like that when you're already down a couple players.
For sure. I mean, you lose a player like that, the year he's having, how reliable he is to play against the other team's top guys every night. So we're hoping he's okay and it's not too bad.
Jared, just a bit of a lapse in that second period, do you think?
Yeah, I think they hemmed us in pretty good. Obviously, a couple long shifts, capitalized on one of them, but that's the name of the game. The more you can hem other teams in and get them tired, that's usually when you get your chances.
What was working on the power play today?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a couple plays, different look, getting pucks to the net. And that's probably the best it's been in a while. So good start, and hopefully we can build off it.
Disappointing outcome for the way your team played here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we did a lot of really good things to get us the win there, but sometimes that's just how she goes sometimes. So take a lot of positives, take a lot of the lessons that we need to learn from and be better, and I think every game's it's a learning opportunity.
What works so well in the power play?
I just think the support, from that middle bumper there, they pressured pretty good. So I think, Cuz, Drake did a great job supporting, kind of in that pop slot area, and it was, the one was a lucky bounce, but Cuz was, a great shot and a great pass by Drake.
What were your thoughts on how the Sens played that second period tonight?
I mean, I definitely think there's some lapses at some points. They pushed, and in those parts of the game, I think we can learn a lot from. But I think that's the second half. We really got back to our game, and like I said, we did a lot of great things. Usually that ends up with 2 points at the end of the day, but sometimes that's how it goes, and we learn and we get better because of it.
Was it the start just like a mental lapse? Was it the shock of not having Shane Pinto there for the second? How would you explain it?
I mean, it's not easy when you lose a very important piece. But with that being said, I don't know if it was shock. I just think, sometimes teams push. Sometimes that, it's tough to control when they're on top of their game. You just have to limit the momentum as much as you can, but that stuff happens. So I think it shows a good sign that we're able to flip that momentum and get it back on our side. But yeah, I guess in the grand scheme of things, when they're playing their game, is how quick we can flip the switch and flip it back to our side. So we will rewatch it and learn from that.
Can you elaborate a little bit on the loss of Shane and his importance to the team?
I mean, I think it showed this year that what it's kind of shown his whole career. He's such a instrumental piece of the score, and I mean, that sucks. It's I haven't seen him, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. But I mean, he's just such a great player out there, but he's a very important piece in this locker room as well.
Offering some thoughts on how your team played here tonight.
Yeah, I think we did some good things. We had a stretch in the second period where we didn't play well, and they kind of worked us for a bit there. But I think in the third we battled back. But we just got to find a way to get a 1 or 2 5-on-5.
Certainly, the power play worked.
Yeah, it was good to get a couple on the power play. But yeah, like I said, it'd be nice. We need to get a couple 5-on-5 as well.
You mentioned the second period not going your way. How do you explain why it didn't go your way?
Yeah, I think, they had a good push, and, they worked it around our zone and made us chase a bit and hemmed us in a couple times. And, they had a good push. But, I think we responded in the second a bit and pushed back, but, it was not enough.
What's the challenge when playing down a center when Shane leaves the game for the rest of you guys out there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a massive part of this team. You know, he logs a lot of minutes. He's a very important role. So when you lose a guy like that, you know, it's tough. But you know, we have a lot of depth. We have guys that can step up, and you know, it's not an excuse.
From this game tonight, how would you assess your overall performance?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and say positives, but I thought we played a pretty good game against a pretty good team. It's a fine line between winning and losing. In the NHL, I thought their goalie played well, and we came up short.
How did you feel you were generating a lot of chances, though, even though they weren't going into the back of the net?
Numerous ways. You know, I thought we generated some off the rush in the offensive zone with our O-zone play. So probably unfortunate that we didn't get a couple more goals.
How frustrating was it just those two first goals? Like, we played really well to begin the game, and
Yeah.
then we were down early.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they had 2 goals in the first 3 shots, and not that I thought Levy should have stopped either one of them, but, you know, sometimes that's the game.
What's the status of Shane Pinto right now?
I'll know more tomorrow. I'm hoping it's not going to be too long.
What's your assessment of the second period? When we spoke to some of your players downstairs, they mentioned that there were probably some lapses in the first part of that second.
I think you nailed it. I thought first 12 minutes of the game, maybe most of the first period, we played really well. They came out. They had a good first 8 minutes of the period. Had us on our heels a little bit. I thought we got some momentum from the penalty kill and played well the back half of that period.
There's been a lot of focus on the penalty kill, but how much of a bright spot was that in the third period when you guys killed that one?
Was that the third or the second?
Pardon me,
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it was, especially with Pence being out, Timmy in the box. We had a few new bodies killing, so it was a good kill.